Hello and welcome to another episode of Castaway, where we cast members of a movie that is going to be fucking brilliant because we're casting it. And this week's movie is something called Terminator, which looks like a dark sci-fi horror thing, which is going to be fucking amazing because it looks really good. That's as much as
I still see you.
I still see you. He'll be back.
And I don't know about you lot, but I thought this was hard in some places, but really easy in others.
Yeah.
I'm going to say some characters have just sprung out at you straight away. Others, you really have to chew over seeing who you think will go where.
Yeah.
I honestly think
some of them.
I honestly think, apart from number 6, Ginger, right, that none of us have probably had the same character, but I think we've all gone for the same Ginger there for number 6. But we'll come to that in a bit.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I've got 2 options for Ginger. I think one of them no one else will have.
And what the other one we'll all have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But should we get the ball rolling then? This robot Terminator android thing. Who have you got?
The T800.
The T800.
I've got it down to 2.
I've got it down to 2, and then a possible third one came off after.
Yeah.
No,
he's one of mine.
I think we've all picked. I picked one, and then I went for a possible second. But
who was that you just picked down?
Dave Bautista.
Batista.
Dave
I
Bautista.
thought Batista, but I thought there's one problem I've got with him. He has got too much character, and I wanted somebody stone-faced. And
yeah, that's the thing.
I'm thinking Guardians of the Galaxy. He's
stone-faced a lot.
But I chose.
He's got sly-comic timing to deliver a lot of the lines for like later ones.
Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, but we're not. I don't know the fucking people who make the naked fucking gun movies making our sequels. I want a fucking decent sequels, not some fucking shit that I could possibly make.
I've got the perfect director for it. And I think that my perfect director knows how to get the best out of Dave Bautista.
I do agree.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy was when he was very stone-faced and very
too much comedy though. But
yeah.
I do.
No, but he'd be stone-faced because he starts out as a stone-faced killer that everyone's scared to death of, and then he starts dropping in the humorous moments, which is very much what happens with Terminator. You know, he's a stone-faced killer.
I have to say,
occasional humorous line.
I had Dave Bautista, but I've actually got, for me, a better second option. But what have you gone for then, Mark? Are you sharing it?
I've got
straight. My first choice is Dave Bautista. My second choice is actually a guy that I've cast in 2 roles in here. But my first choice is Dave Bautista. I think he's the perfect choice for it. But I only thought if you had to go for somebody younger, I'd go for Armie Hammer.
I'd go Batista over Hammer.
Uncle, he does an almost robot-like guy, but I think Dave Bautista's perfect for it.
Got the build.
Well, my other option, while Mark's looking for his, my other option was.
I'm just trying to find something so I can show you properly.
Well, this one's mine. My other one is better. So this is Michael Shannon. That's my other option.
I like Michael Shannon very much as well.
And
maybe more a Reese character though.
I actually think he's better than Batista.
Right, so I'll tell you mine now.
Go on then, Mark.
He showed too much emotion.
Yeah.
Right, the one that you're not going to know, Martin might know, but I'll go for the first obvious one. I do agree that possibly a wrestler is a good option because of the size and build. So I've got John Cena down because I think he's
he's not a bad choice as well.
He's a bit more straight and he's big built. And
he's a bit younger as well.
And see what he was like in Bumblebee and wherever. He can play it straight and look the part, but also that little bit of him, like you said. So I thought Batista was too obvious. I also thought the other wrestler who was good for it, maybe a little bit too old now, but The Edge.
Yeah, I think The Edge is
what he's like in Haven.
I like The Edge very much. What's that program we used to watch all the time?
Haven.
Yeah, Haven.
I thought he was good in that. But this is the one that got me. But the reason why I got a bit of a problem with this is because who I've cast as Sarah. But this guy, if I can just show it here now, where's the? How do I share screen? There we go. This guy, Alfonso McKenzie, out of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh,
He's massive. He's built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah.
I think he would be absolutely perfect as our Terminator.
I've got a bit for me, it's Dave Bautista. I just think Dave
Amen.
Bautista is the perfect guy for it. He can do that Stone Cold. He can do the turn. His dry sense of humour will work just perfect for it.
I don't know. He just doesn't
I
seem
think
like
he's the man.
he just doesn't seem like a killer android to me. He's too friendly now.
Are you kidding?
Yeah,
Drax
that's
starts
serious.
out as a
Have you seen him in Spectre?
First starts out, he's a Stone Cold killer.
Have you seen him in?
Out of everyone.
Have you seen him in Spectre? In Spectre,
No.
he says very little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Inspector when he's
Inspector-
the baddie.
That
Even
it
in
was
Blade Runner.
it was his role in Spectre that did it for me over things like My Spy and Guardians. But I prefer Michael Shannon because I just think he's got a bit more of a stone face look about him, whereas Dave Bautista looks a bit friendly.
More emotional, I think Michael Shannon's more emotion.
All I'm thinking is, right,
Shannon's not a bad shout for T1000, really.
is Dave Bautista going to look intimidated enough walking into a nightclub?
Shit,
Nice
Dave
down.
Bautista's intimidating enough walking into your house. Walking into your house.
I think he could do it, Mark.
I don't know. He just seems a bit too cuddly teddy bear.
Plus, I can't stand John Cena.
I don't like John Cena.
I can't stand it. I'd have Hulk Hogan over John Cena.
I haven't
Jesus.
got no particular favour for John
Dave
Cena.
Bautista, Dave Bautista, when you watch him doing all the fighting stuff for years, Dave Bautista is just a scary looking mother. He's built himself a lovely comedy thing now and a bit cuddly on the side and all that. But the guy looks scary as fucking hell.
I have to say as well, Dave
Bautista.
Bautista might have the pulling power because there's no enormous roles in this, is there?
Okay, then I'll cross them on it and I'll go Dave Bautista. So Dave Bautista.
I'm going Bautista, and I've forgotten about
Because I thought I sort of flipped between the two because when I looked at Michael Shannon, I thought his name on a poster, is that going to get people? Is that going to get bums on seats? Whereas Dave Bautista now is box office enough to make it happen.
Okay, I'll go Dave Bautista.
Is everyone agreed?
Yeah.
We've got Dave Bautista.
Right. Sarah Connor was an odd one for me because I wanted to cast somebody who's not particularly a big starring role, but has got the age and has got the ability to play the innocent to begin with, but has got to turn into a bit of a hard case.
Who's that?
I think she's too old.
Who was it?
Michelle Rodriguez.
I think she's
too old.
I'm going for it because of that link to Mexico, which obviously she has got a link to Mexico because that's where in the script, she stores all the guns and stuff.
Yeah, in the second one, not in the first one.
That's what I'm saying.
In the first one, she's very much an LA girl.
Yeah, but she makes a break to Mexico to get away when she has the picture taken at the end.
See, I'd got two for this, but one of them is far too big for it, and the other one feels about right, who could play the vulnerable, but could also have a bit of a go. So I got two. My first one was Jennifer Lawrence, because I quite liked the idea of her being thrashed around and being chased.
Well, she's done action films as well, and she's done series.
But then the other one I went for was Emilia Clarke. I thought she'd be good as well.
She's already done it.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't choose her.
Yeah.
So she's gone then.
I've got four, but there's one that I like above all else. I've gone for Florence Pugh. I thought she's good, fighting with the family recently, and she's the new Black Widow. She's 24. I thought she's a good age for it. I thought Anya Taylor-Joy, who's Magic in the New Mutants and in The Witch and in the
New Mutants. The New Mutants that's not going to be on Disney Plus.
24 again. She could play between the both. Jennifer Lawrence, I thought, as the big name actress, she's like 29, 30 now. She could play the party girl into the badass. But I thought the one that I'd really like for it is Hayley Steinfeld. She's been 23, 24, great actor since she was a kid, going in doing True Grit. I think she can do the action stuff as well. She keeps getting touted for Young Avengers and Hawkeye.
Okay, you're more wrong. Do you want me to show you Sarah Connor?
Go for it.
Ready? There she is.
No.
Melissa, who's Melissa Leon?
No,
No, she's Sky out of thinking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, it's Chloe Bennett out of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. She was Sky, then Daisy.
Sky, Daisy.
Chloe Wang originally.
Yeah, I think she is Sarah Connor. She's the right age. She's got the acting ability.
Well, she's got 28 or something, which is a perfect age for it.
Perfect. I thought of her straight away, and it hasn't gone.
See, Jennifer Lawrence is too big for it for me. It's too big a role for Jennifer Lawrence. That's what put me off.
It's supposed to be like there are two big female roles, and it's Sigourney Weaver in Aliens and this role in Terminator.
No,
so
but I hate to piss on your chips, right? But Linda Hamilton was a nobody when they made Terminator.
Yes, there were two big female action roles. Yeah. Search it out anywhere you like. The two big female action roles are taken are always this and Aliens.
Yeah, I'm not disputing, and that's why Chloe Bennett is Sarah Connor. She is perfect. She's good.
I'd go with that.
Good for it. I think Hayley Steinfeld's better. I could agree on Jennifer Lawrence for it. I think, it's just one that would be good for her as well. But I think either of those are better than Chloe Bennett. I like Chloe Bennett. I've suggested her for roles before.
Chloe Bennett, she is Sarah Connor.
But she's not. But she's good.
I'd roll with that.
Yeah. All right. I'll give him that one.
We've got the vote, so go for it.
I'll give him that one because
I'll tell you something.
I've looked again at Hayley. I've looked again at Hayley Steinfeld, and maybe that Chloe Bennett looks, maybe because she's that little bit older. Hayley Steinfeld looks a little bit young, and I know that they've got to have that. There's got to be something about them.
Yeah, you've got to be able to go between Party Girl and then deeper role as well.
There's only two roles I feel really strongly about. I'm going to really fight, and I've got my first one, and this is my second one, Kyle Reese. I'm going to argue till I'm blue in the fucking face until I get this.
I look forward to this then.
I believe I've got the perfect person for Kyle Reese.
Go for it then.
Ready? Miles Teller.
We were born ready.
He looks like he's just come from the fucking future in a war-torn fucking place and come and dropped in our time zone to try and help us save the future. Just look at him. He's got the acting ability. He's the right age. He looks as rough as fuck. He looks like he's gone through a lifelong trauma. He's got the acting ability, and he can take on the likes of fucking Dave Bautista and rescue Chloe Bennett and turn her into the machine and give her John Connor.
Who?
Just look at him.
Oh, yeah, he really looks like he can take on Dave Bautista there. What a hard guy. Fucking hell, I've shit harder things than
I
that.
went.
I'd got Ryan Gosling as one of mine.
Ryan Gosling, I prefer straight away.
Nah,
I was
too much
thinking
like Blade Runner.
Holland, but Ryan Gosling was my outside choice.
I'd got three. I'd got Ryan Gosling, I'd got Henry Cavill, and I'd got Tom Hardy.
Oh, you went for proper hard guys then?
Yeah. Because I think they need to be.
What you've got to remember is Kyle Reese has come from a future where they've got no fucking food. They've gone through hell and back. They've gone through shit. They're covered in fucking scars. They've been fighting for their lives. They're not going to come back like fucking.
That's why Ryan Gosling's probably the guy.
They're not going to come back like bodybuilders ready to take on the fucking anything. They're fucking. Yeah. They're stealthy. Yeah. They're scared.
We could easily draw some scars on Ryan Gosling.
They've got horror in their eyes.
No,
Miles Teller. You look at fucking Miles Teller and he's scared you.
It's not the big, it's not the big guys.
And you cannot fucking sleep.
I think you've probably got it right.
Miles Teller's eyes, right? You can't fucking sleep when you look in Miles Teller's eyes. He scares the fuck out of me. And that bloke is perfect for fucking Kyle Reese. You cannot choose anybody else. Ryan fucking Gosling could
Ryan
not
Gosling,
play
you
Blade
hands
Runner
up.
properly. Have you
Hands up if
seen
you want
Blade
Ryan
Runner
Gosling.
2049?
That's it, yeah,
He's
yeah,
the
that's
fucking
it.
reason why that film was a pile
Yeah,
of shit.
Gosling.
He cannot hold a banner up to
You're right,
Harrison
Mark.
Ford
Ryan Gosling
playing some
definitely
fucking
right.
futuristic fucking
Yeah,
robot
yeah, you
hunter.
don't want to
So
go
he's
for
not
that.
going to be able to
I
fucking do
think
it in
Ryan Gosling
Terminator.
stuff.
Absolutely no
It's got-
fucking chance.
Yes, definitely Ryan Gosling. I agree there.
Thing is, he's got to be attractive enough to get into a knickers
Nah.
within 12 hours.
Nah.
Attractive's not so much of a problem, is it really? I mean, they're all Hollywood actors. None
Yeah.
of them are exactly ugly.
Can I just say something?
I'll tell you,
But
what,
obviously we
if you're more
can't have,
about
like-
attractiveness, and we can always dig
He's
some.
got to come across as like the clean guy, not the dirty guy.
Can I just say something then? Yeah, I'm gonna just to throw this in the mix. I'd got Ryan Gosling as my first choice for Carl Reese. Honestly, he was on my list as number one choice.
I'll tell you what the reason.
Hang on. Let me finish. However, I do get what you're saying, Mark, and that's what infuriates me because Miles Teller is he's just odd looking. So
And
now
the
I'm
only-
frantically thinking of odd looking people that just aren't him, just to wind you up. So bear with me a moment.
To be honest with you, right? If I hadn't-
He's not odd looking.
Hang on a
is he?
second.
I didn't even pick Ryan.
He's got to be.
I'm not
He's got to be.
I'm not being a cunt for a
approachable
cunt
to be able
purpose,
to get
right?
with Sarah.
But when you have seen, if you have seen Blade Runner 2049, right? Ryan Gosling, he does not work in that film. And
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he looks a bit odd as well.
he does, yeah.
The bit would be good.
Yeah,
It would actually be a good choice.
But I still say Miles Teller.
Because of what you were saying, I get it.
Miles
See,
Teller.
I
Miles
went
Teller.
for Logan Lerman for that sort of reason. If you'd seen him in that Hunters recently, the Amazon Nazi hunting thing, he's like kind of perfect for it. He looks the part, he plays that sort of role in it.
Yeah,
A
he could be good,
normal
but he's
people
not.
has to become a soldier.
I'll tell you,
You know.
I ain't being funny. Miles Teller looks like he looks like he's come from the future and had a fucking real bad life, and he's had some fucking robot.
He looks like Logan Lerman.
No, he doesn't. Logan Lerman's far too good looking.
I mean, if you've seen,
You sure about you thinking the same, chap?
Yeah.
you've seen Whiplash.
Check him out in there thinking the Nazi hunter thing. Yeah.
Nah.
Nah. And I don't care what anybody says. I've got to keep fighting for Miles Teller. The rest of the fucking cast, I don't care. I've got my Sarah. I want more Corey.
Throw it down the gauntlet now. I'll just come up with more people. Right, let's guess then. Right, who else could do it then? Well, I still think Ryan Gosling was suggested by
Like I
three.
said, I haven't got a problem with Wild
You know what?
Gosling.
Joseph Gilgun wouldn't be a bad shout then if you want to go for an actor with
No,
less name.
You're just being awkward now. You're
Suited.
not giving me reasons why Miles Teller isn't Kyle Reese, apart from just saying.
No, I'm giving you reasons why other people are instead of him.
Nah.
I'll give you a reason why he's at Reed Richards' Fantastic Four stick.
No.
There's
Oh, yeah.
That was
Oh.
a fucking awful performance.
You know what? I can feel a bit of sick in my throat with that. Oh.
You can't blame him for that. Obviously,
Oh.
look at him in
I'll
Whiplash.
give you a pro for him. Whiplash. Fantastic.
Whiplash.
I'll give you a bad one. The action film that he did. When he did an action film, it didn't work for him at all.
What about this guy then, Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Joseph Levitt from Looper, yeah?
No,
He is good.
purely
One of
from
my
the fact
favourite-
he's already played somebody from the fucking past, from the future, coming to the past and fucking it up. And I tell you now, right? If you agree on fucking Looper Boy to play fucking a time traveling fucking killing fucking machine, right? I am fucking ending this and going out. That's it, I'm done.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Who else?
I'm out. I'm not fucking having that shit. You might as well fucking cast fucking Bruce Willis now as his fucking dad or something.
Amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, I have to say, joking aside, as much as it pains me, I do get why you would say somebody strange looking. And Ryan Gosling again. I don't know. I don't see these as massive parts.
No.
I just see them as because it's. I always got a feeling that Terminator was a bit small and independent. That was why I liked Michael Shannon in that role as the Terminator.
This first film It's quite an independent one.
Yeah.
It might grow into a much larger saga. If they
I mean,
My worry is that if we
on this one,
my worry is that if we get this right, and we get somebody too big in a supporting role, it could go all Highlander on us, and we know what happened to Highlander.
You're not worried about this guy being big in a supporting role because he dies in this film anyway.
I suppose.
I think that's why. I also think that's why Miles Teller is perfect, because he's the right casting for one and out. Where if you cast somebody a bit too big like Ryan Gosling and it makes a lot of money, the fucking studio's going to interfere, want to bring him into a fucking sequel, and it's going to be a fucking mess. It's the wrong.
See, I think Ryan Gosling.
We'll have fucking Sarah Connor fucking clicking her fucking movie slippers and fucking. I wish he was still alive. I wish he was still alive. And fucking all of a sudden we got fucking Carl Reese back again. Or I'll do something fucking stupid and have fucking Ryan Gosling play John Connor. That'd be fucking great.
I think just Ryan Gosling, and it wasn't my original suggestion, as I say.
Yeah, because that's wrong. It's too big. Too clean cut. He fucked up Blade Runner. He made Blade Runner.
Now that you've got that Chloe Bennett in as a slightly older version as well.
Yeah, that's what my Miles Teller plays off perfectly for her. Just look at him. He looks like he's been through this shit. Miles Teller does. Miles Teller looks like he has got fucking. He has been in hiding. He's been chased by fucking
killers. Looks like he's fought the battle for it.
If you're enjoying this, we do this regularly, once a week. We carry on.
You may be the chap for this. Wasn't even my suggestion, but I just think, that's a better suggestion than Miles Teller.
And actually, you know what? That's why I quite like Tom Hardy, because he also could give you the impression that he's been around the block a bit.
Too bulky, too big a name. Anyway, and
I'm not bothered about the big name. He's just physically a large guy.
Yeah,
and
he is.
The one thing I think about it, I think the fighters from the future are a bit more scrappier.
That's why Miles Teller is absolutely perfect. Miles Teller is perfect. Not too big.
He wasn't on my list.
Gosling's perfect.
No, he's not.
He wasn't on my list, but Mark is making
He's better than Miles Teller for it.
No, he's not.
Miles Teller's not got a good track record with action.
Let's have a vote.
Miles Teller's done good serious stuff.
We're going to spend an hour. We got another fucking few casts here, right? Let's have a vote, and I'll just take the vote. Who votes Miles Teller? Me.
See,
There's two.
See,
Even though I was fixed on Ryan Gosling.
Turned away from your own guy.
Well. I am swayed by him. Not necessarily just him. I mean, the argument, I sort of get it, because I hadn't thought of him being I hadn't thought of that, like the scrappy sort of thing. That's what puts me off. And
that's why I think Gosling works, though, because to me, Gosling's a skinny guy.
Nah. He doesn't look like he's been fucking fighting wars all his life. Miles Teller does.
Hang on, let's have a vote.
Miles Teller does not look like he's fighting wars all his life.
He just looks a bit weird. He looks a bit weird.
Miles Teller's a guy who plays the geek normally. Miles Teller's not a flaming scrappy drag through.
And this is the point I'm making. This is the point I'm making. Kyle Reese is not an action hero. Kyle Reese is not an action hero. Kyle Reese is someone who is fucking sacrificed himself. They're not action heroes in the future. They're a fucking mess.
From the future. He has to realistically carry off that he was a soldier from the future, sent by her son, not only because he was the father, but because he was one of his most trusted guys.
And also, he's got to be able to get into a knickers in 12 hours, which was my point originally.
Right, I'll try again. Who's voting for Miles Teller? Me.
Who's voting for Ryan Gosling?
See, I've gone off Ryan Gosling.
Well, who've you got?
Mine are too big.
Who's it? Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I'd go for. So, one for Ryan Gosling, one for Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Ryan Gosling.
It's down to you, Ant.
It's down to you, mate.
I voted Ryan Gosling.
No, we didn't. He suggested it. We hadn't
voted. We did hands up, and he went hands up.
It was 50-50. See, I am really torn, and my choice was Gosling, but I can see Mark's point of view about it's a tough one. I reckon we should have them both in a fist fight to get the scars they're going to need for the film.
And see which one dies and cast him.
Yeah, whoever wins gets the role.
Come on then, Ant. Pick one.
Well, that was his one. I didn't even suggest Gosling. I was voting with hands on Gosling.
He hasn't made his mind up yet. He's still waiting.
Well,
He hasn't made his mind up yet.
I think I'm going to go Miles Teller.
And you're an idiot. Your choice was fucking Gosling. You just pulled out.
I know that.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
It's because I argue a good, strong case.
Right
Right then.
up in that body bag that you have.
Why talk about that every day?
Right then,
I'd
number
love
4.
to barter. You fucking give the shit away.
Dr. Peter Silberman.
Oh,
Who have we
God.
for that?
I got one.
I've
I got one.
I struggle.
I bet
J.K.
you all went
Simmons.
something Totally different. Oh, I like that.
I went J.K. Simmons
I
because
like
he
that.
looks like him. And he's great.
Who's that?
Yeah.
That's that bloke who's in TV shows and it needs a job.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who that is.
Mark Harmon.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I went for Sam Rockwell because he's fucking brilliant. Hammer off the Marvel stuff.
And I've gone for John Malkovich.
Bloody hell. Right then, guys, we're going to fight this one out. I like J.K. Simmons. I just think he could be the horrible psychology sort of guy. So, yeah, I'm going to stick my...
I like Simmons and I like Rockwell. Sorry, Ant, you might as well have brought up a dead bloke there because
Well, hang on. I'm getting J.K. Simmons. I'm going to have a look at him.
My only issue with J.K. Simmons, he was with
I
Miles
like
Teller.
Simmons, yeah.
He was with Miles Teller in Whiplash. So I'm sorry, Dave. I'm gonna go with Martin Sam Rockwell.
Yeah. And it's a happy one to concede because I love Sam Rockwell and he would be horrible. He'd be a brilliant psychologist. He'd be fantastic. Yeah, he'd be great.
I just think he'd be wheedly and just
I'm not going to disagree with you at all, mate. I think you're spot on there.
That's actually good, that one. I like Sam Rockwell. Right then, Lieutenant Ed Traxler.
Oh, yeah, the lieutenant who's trying to save her but doing a poor job, full stop.
I've got David Oyelowo, who was Danny in Spooks. And he's been other things. He was in, I think he's been in some other stuff since then. Do you want me to find a picture of him so you can know who he is?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I know who he is. But if you just bring him up, it'd just be handy.
He's been in other stuff since.
Nice.
Oh, why is it when you want to get a picture to come on the screen, it won't come on? I'll just take the. Where is it gone?
We're all sitting here bating breath.
That guy, there's loads of pictures of him there.
Oh,
yeah.
He was Danny in Spooks and he's been in loads of other films. I think he was in Get Out as well.
Well, didn't he kicked off in, was it West Wing or something like that?
Yeah.
Where he made his name. He's from Birmingham, funnily enough.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Quite like him for it because he played a similar role in Spooks. So he's got that. Well, obviously in Spooks he was MI5 agent, but see, I went Don Cheadle, but I thought he might be a bit too old and too obvious.
He's a lieutenant who's pretty failing. I don't mind.
I hate to say this, I will cut it out if I have to, but Don Cheadle is getting a bit too token black man, and he was an obvious choice.
We've not had him at all. He can't be that token.
I know we haven't, but I'm just saying, in this, he's
he's appeared in my list twice. You can probably guess who the other one is.
You can't knock him on that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's a better choice, Ant, than I'd gone for that last role. So thanks for that, mate.
I've got him down twice. I've got him down for 2 roles, but
go on then, Mart.
I've gone for 2, and I haven't gone for them both the same colour. I've gone for Jamie Foxx or Woody Harrelson. I thought both of them could play a kind of
Woody Harrelson in that.
Yeah, I like Woody Harrelson.
Job.
I think Woody Harrelson. Totally from the Westfield, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He do that failing, not done a very good job, but actually really well.
Yeah.
And Mark, make sure you cut that thing out that you said you were going to cut out.
No, I said that on purpose because I'm using him later.
Oh.
Nobody watches our fucking videos anyway. Who cares? Right then, 6.
It's only us. Yeah, it's only us two. Yeah.
Right, this is really easy. Ginger. We've all said the same one. Should we go on to number 7?
No, who you got?
Karen Gillan.
She was one of mine.
No, you see, I went very much for Martin's back catalogue of pornography.
Auntie Val!
I went for Gianna Michaels or Lexington Steele, who are
Lovely.
because let's face it, her role in the film is a lot of it on
Joanna
the back.
Michaels would be a personal preference there, but
She gets dolled
Maybe
up. She gets
wrong,
dolled up.
Are you seriously
She gets
choosing
dolled up
porn
with
actresses
makeup.
again?
yes,
Gets shagged,
obviously are.
makes some food, and gets killed, which I think is perfect for a porn star. That
And
Can
for
we-
a boyfriend,
I'll
for a
tell you-
boyfriend, you've gone for Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm going to say, can we just cast
no,
Ron Jeremy
I've got
as
a
the
far better name
Terminator?
for the other one.
Johnstons.
Again,
No,
I
I went
did
for
delve into Martin's special stock for the Matt character.
I got my choice for Ginger. I thought first choice. I thought someone I'd like to see, someone who could act a bit slutty and then get killed very quickly. Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
I quite liked her. I
Just
thought
wanna
Karen Gillan as the second choice just for Ginger.
Who did you have, Dave?
I'd got, as always, because it's my week to shoehorn them in, it's Amy Adams this week.
Oh, not Zendaya.
No, not Zendaya, no. Amy Adams would have been my choice.
Too old, I think.
Amy Adams is right for an. I mean, if she was the mother, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, Karen Gillan, because Karen Gillan, and she got to play it like she did in Jumanji. You know that scene where she's flicking her hair about and doing all that. Yeah, she's got to do that in it. Yeah, that'll do me.
Yeah.
I'd let her
Okay.
play how she wanted to.
well, there was two reasons I went Gianna Michaels.
Yeah.
One was her acting
Because of
ability.
her qualities.
The other one is her hair colour is slightly red, which is why I went Gianna Michaels. Two main reasons.
Right, we agreed Karen Gillan then.
That's the cleanest picture he could find.
Yeah. Not got a
The rest of
coffin
them have
out.
got covered in love yogurt.
Right.
So we go with Gianna Michaels for that one then.
No, we're going Karen Gillan. Right. Number 7.
You've
Matt.
killed off your only chance already.
Disappointed. Hang on, we haven't argued this one enough yet.
You could have had Ryan Gosling in the cast, but no. I doubt you'll get any more.
I was going to replace him with two others.
Shut up. Right. Next one, Matt. Martin, are you sitting comfortably on your throne before I tell you who I've picked for this?
on the throne.
Right. Get ready. I
Yeah.
have picked Decker Montgomery, who is Billy in Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, great actor. Yeah, it's cracking. He was the
Lifeguard,
red
Billy the lifeguard.
reboot as well.
Are you sure we can't have her in the film?
She'd be in a film.
I think she should be in the film.
She's lovely. She was in Piranha 3D.
You found that a bit too quick on that iPad, Ant. Was that already in your bookmarks?
Favourite? Yeah, favourite. Safe for favourites, that one.
To be fair, she has been in Piranha 3D already.
I'm sure she has. I went for somebody who's way too big for it. I just like the idea of him being murdered immediately, which was Adam Driver.
I can say I've gone for somebody in this. I looked at the role. I said, it's the role that's very short, but it's put in there really to show how quickly.
Warwick Davis.
Matt Berry.
It's put in there to show how quickly the Terminator can finish off a big human guy who looks threatening and everything straight away. I went for The Rock's cousin, Roman Reigns, like 33. He'd be kind of perfect for the category. The body doubles for him. He's a huge guy. He looks big and threatening that. And he'd just be, he's also a wrestler, so he's got the fighting skills and everything. And it'd look good just with him being taken out really by Batista as the Terminator.
Yeah.
Let's just stop a second here. Let's just stop.
Roman Reigns makes sense, Mark.
Yeah,
This man
what
is
he's
called...
there for, is to be the big guy, because it's the guy who played like Slider in Top Gun originally. They wanted a big guy in there to show how much better the Terminator was. than a big human guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this man I'm thinking of is called, are you ready? Tommy Pistol. Now, I really don't think if that, I'm just thinking of the poster. I'm thinking of the poster, yeah. Bottom edge, Tommy Pistol. Now, you tell me. He has also been in a lot of other things.
He's done a lot of film experience.
He's been in a lot of it.
Has he been in the actress you wanted to cast as Ginger?
I bet he has.
With a name like Tommy Pistol, I think we've got him nailed.
I get Martin's choice of Roman Reigns. Plus, Dave Bautista would against Roman Reigns would be quite a good wrestling thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they probably have fought, but it's just all that the boyfriend's there for is to show how much the Terminator is better than a big human guy that looks really threatening.
I mean, I chose.
Are you saying no to Tommy Pistol then?
God.
Are we saying no to Tommy Pistol?
Yeah, we're saying no to Tommy Pistol.
I chose Billy from Stranger Things, purely from the fact it was some cocksure jock type character. Yeah. But I didn't.
Which is why we need Tommy Pistol.
Who's got the
Sure.
Tommy Pistol can do 60% of the action already.
I think stick him in the body bag and see what comes out.
Pistol.
Right.
Who we decided then?
I like
Tommy
Roman
Pistol.
Reigns.
Roman Reigns. I'm happy with that. Roman Reigns. Right then. So that's.
I thought the only other choice for the part was Warwick Davis. Great little role for a great little actor.
Right, we have got a couple of extras on this for potential future sequels. So we'll just quickly run through them. First one, the T1000. Anybody got any choices for that? I've got
two.
That's not a bad choice straight away, actually. Zac Efron.
My choice is similar to that. I've got Ezra Miller because of the jawline, the way he looks.
You got to let me get one after my Tommy Pistol failure.
I'd got Channing Tatum was my other one.
I went
he's
for
the
Will
same man
Poulter
as,
straight away.
Zac Efron, pretty
Just
much.
got the look.
Will Poulter.
Yeah. I just think he's got a great look for a villain, and he can be like normal, he could be evil, he could be all sorts. He's just a great actor for a role like that for me.
Who'd you got, Mark?
Ezra
And
Miller.
he's from Detroit. He was like evil in Detroit.
He's brilliant in Detroit.
I still think Zac Efron.
Zac Efron's
Or
not
Tommy
because
Pistol.
he looks so clean cut and good for it. I like Will Poulter just because he could switch to looking really evil.
I just went for Ezra Miller because of his look, because I think he looks a little bit like Robert Patrick. Got that jawline and that look to him. That was why I went for that.
Those weird ears. It is. Robert Patrick has really freaky ears in that. Like he's part wolf.
Dave, who did you say?
See, I got Channing Tatum, but you know what? I still like Michael Shannon as an option as well.
Yeah, Shannon's not a bad option.
I'd be frightened of Michael Shannon. I think Ezra Miller and Will Poulter are too young. I want somebody who honestly I think Michael Shannon would be amazing.
The only issue I've got with Michael Shannon, and this isn't just to argue for argument's sake, I think what the idea was with the T1000 is they realised that the T800 was far too intimidating, and they needed somebody to mingle in a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Michael Shannon probably looks too mean and nasty to mingle in with everyday public people. Where Will Poulter,
but he can change his appearance.
Yeah,
but he always defaults back to the one, doesn't he?
Yeah, defaults back to the one.
So we could have a number of actors in this role, couldn't we? We could have Zac Efron at some point,
which morphs into Michael Shannon, which goes into Ezra Miller,
Zac Efron,
and then does a bit
of Will Tommy Pistol.
So I think we're coming to the conclusion that we don't really give a fuck who we choose for this.
No, I think you've got to pick. I like Will Poulter for it, but I also like Zac Efron for it because I think it'd be completely against type. I think he'd just look. He would surprise you by it. The only other thing is he's a bit short on it, really, for offering the threat, maybe.
Oh, I don't know, because Robert Patrick ain't a big guy.
He's not a big guy, but he's not short.
It's amazing what we can do with films, though. Have you seen that small man, Tom Cruise? Apparently,
Cillian Murphy would have been a good shout as well. Cillian Murphy would have been quite good as well.
He would, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Not bad. I still don't think he's quite right for it, but he's not bad. So who's on the line for the role at the moment?
Zac Efron, Cillian Murphy.
Zac Efron, I think he was going to burst into song. No, I can't do that. Imagine that. You know.
The trouble is, you've watched too much High School Musical, and I feel sorry for the guy because he is better than High School Musical.
He was in The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
Although I do like Michael Shannon as well. Now I know who he is, because obviously that always helps.
So who's seriously up for the role at the moment?
Well, I like
Michael Shannon.
You like who? Sorry.
I prefer Will Poulter over the others, so I'll back you with Will Poulter.
Okie dokie, that's pretty good. That's 2 at least for it. But who else is up for it?
I just think I think Will Poulter's too young looking.
Doesn't matter what the age is.
He looks like a child.
No,
He does look like a child.
He looks like what, a near 30-year-old child?
Yeah, he looks like a kid. He doesn't look like somebody that would intimidate.
I'll tell you what. Do yourself a favour. Watch Detroit.
I just think you've hit the nail on the head, Dave. He doesn't look like somebody who would play a robot killing machine, and that's exactly what the T1.
That's the role. Yeah.
Is you don't realise what he is, and that's it, and that's why he's perfect. He does not look like a robot killing machine, therefore he's perfect for the role, because he's not supposed to look like a robot killing machine. That is the entire point of the T1000.
Which is why I wouldn't be
I think he gives himself away quite early, though.
Will Poulter, but I think Will Poulter's got a great look for being a movie star.
Okay, I'm happy to concede it. I'm happy to concede it. I'd have preferred Michael Shannon, though.
Right then, next.
Michael Shannon. So hang on. Should we have a vote on this then? So who's Michael Shannon?
I prefer Michael Shannon.
I prefer Michael Shannon. Go on, Mark.
Oh no, Cross! I'm not a moron like you.
I'm gonna get Tommy Pistol round to see you.
Tommy bloody Pistol. Nice.
So who are we gonna go with then?
Look, you can have the casting vote, you two. I get it. I'd have just preferred Michael Shannon because I just think he needs to be in this. But there we go.
I think Michael Shannon's cracking. I think Michael Shannon's not bad for the T1000, but Mark sort of made a good point there. He'd look like you'd expect. He'd look like you'd expect there, which I didn't think about for a minute, but you would look at him and think evil robot. Will Poulter,
he gives himself away though quite early when he turns his hand into a knife and stabs someone.
He gives himself away to the person he's just about to kill in the audience. He doesn't give it to the general population. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So are you saying Will Poulter?
They're going Will Poulter. All right then.
Okay.
But okay.
Okay, number 9, the TX, and I've got to be honest with you, I really don't give a shit.
I've got 2.
Terminator.
I've got 1. I've got Ronda Rousey.
Another wrestler. I just think it might be a little bit WWE heavy.
I just couldn't think of anybody else to do the role.
You know, I went for Gina Carano recently off The Mandalorian.
So did I. Yeah, Gina Carano's mine, Mark. Yeah.
Great Mandalorian. Or I thought if that was too much of a big-bodied woman, I thought Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Who we got there?
Carano in the
Jessica Alba.
Fantastic.
Jessica Alba. Yeah, I'd got Gina Carano or Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana would be an unusual one for you there because she.
What about the one we didn't get first off?
Like
Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle
What about
Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez for that part?
Let she be another suggestion on there because she does the action roles. It's like, just depends who anyone wants.
I like Gina Carano. I think she's nice.
Yeah,
She was
I've done Gina Carano.
And she was in Deadpool, and she can handle herself.
How about
She can handle herself against Dave Bautista.
How about Eliza Dushku out of Buffy and Angel Faith? Just because I want to see her on screen again.
I would, but I think I kind of went off her. She's got a bit of a bad attitude and everything, which is the same thing as the one out of Fast and Furious they suggested.
Right, like I said, I don't really care. So who do you want me to vote for? The one out of Mandalorian.
So who's up for the part then? It all froze for a bit.
So
Well,
I had
Gina Carano.
I had Gina Carano or Zoe Saldana because I think
And
she'd be
I've
great as
got
well.
Gina Carano or Gal Gadot.
I think Gal Gadot's outcast herself from this, so I'd go with Gina.
I'll go Gina Carano. She's my number one choice. Yeah. I just when I saw her in The Mandalorian the last season, I just thought I've liked her in Deadpool 2 and all the Fast and the Furious film that she did and stuff like that. But that Mandalorian role, like I thought, that's what sells you on it.
She's great.
Okay, then last role, Miles Dyson, and I was joking earlier about the casting of a certain person because I've cast Don Cheadle for this.
Yeah, he's a good choice. I
also went Don Cheadle, and there's no other names. So,
Dave,
I'd got Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah, I've got Chiwetel Ejiofor or Kumar Nanjiani. I thought both of those would be interesting, like nerdy science guys.
But I could do Don Cheadle. Yeah, I get that.
I went Don
And
Cheadle.
he's
I've got to admit, I like that guy. I don't remember his name, but I do like the guy.
And he's War Machine as well. So there's a connection there.
Yeah, well, should we have Don Cheadle then? So I can wrap it up. Don Cheadle, nice and easy. There we go. Anybody thought of a director?
James Gunn. He's done horror, he's done action, he's done comedy. I think James Gunn would be great for it. And he's got the best out of our main actor, Dave Bautista, in the past.
I've gone for the same bloke who I wanted to do Alien, which is Neil Blomkamp.
Blomkamp, District 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'm edging towards that, I'm afraid. I'm edging towards Blomkamp. I get that. Because I think it's just a bit more horror. And I know James Gunn's done a bit of... Yeah.
James does come from a horror background.
Yeah.
I think James Gunn would be perfect for a sequel if they want to throw a bit of comedy in and have a kid in it and stuff and shit and all crap like that.
If they wanted to get Dave Bautista to do stupid lines like pretend to smile and say hasta la vista.
And have some explosions and special effects. But if you want
I picked him straight away. I thought Dave Bautista, he's a director who really gets the best out of Bautista.
Yeah. Hard, gritty, horror, sci-fi. I think in this day and age, it's the old Blomkamp. I can't think of anybody else.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy with that. John Carpenter. Okay. Ant, have you got anybody for a director? I'm
at James Gunn, but...
Oh, friggin' hell.
I know, we're 2-2 again, aren't we? Which is it's not the FA Cup final. It's going to have to go into extra time and everything there.
We've got a penalty shootout.
Yeah. I've got Tommy Pistol on my side.
Tommy bloody Pistol.
I'm disappointed that he's not in the film, but...
You could probably make a Terminator film with him.
So who are we going for then?
Executive producer, couldn't we?
Are we going for Blomkamp or are we going for James Gunn?
We're tied up, so they're sharing duties by the look of it.
Yeah, they could co-direct.
How about if I throw one to the mix? How about if we got James Wan to do it?
Who?
James
the guy who did Aquaman.
Aquaman, The Conjuring, Insidious. A mix of action, sci-fi, horror. He covers the genres. So instead of us arguing over Neil Blomkamp and James Gunn, we have...
Yeah, but James Gunn's better than that. James Gunn's
Or-
better
Why don't we go for somebody who can take it in a direction, but then what he should do is leave it at maybe 1 or 2 and not do any more? Let's go Chris Nolan.
Oh, that's a nice idea. Because he will kill a sequel dead in its path. He will vote. I'm sorry, I'm there with Dave.
I wouldn't mind Nolan, actually. I think he'd do an interesting version of it.
Well, that's
Dave,
3, isn't it?
Dave has
That's
just got
3.
no Blomkamp. He's laid him down and he's kicked him in the balls because I would wish anything for the Terminator just to be one movie and done. It'd be perfection. And there's only one man who can, do that in this day and age. That's Nolan.
He would do a great job of it. And he would get the sci-fi bit, he'd get the lot. He might even do the time travelling just about right.
He'd do the sci-fi, but really gritty, realistic.
Yeah.
Not sci-fi.
Yeah. Dave, you've done well there, mate. Nolan's a cracker.
And can the darkness do the music?
Not for this one. Yes, they can.
Well then, so I'll just quickly run through it just to keep it down on time. We've got
I believe in the Terminator.
The Terminator is Dave Bautista. Sarah Connor is Chloe Bennett. Kyle Reese is Miles Teller. Oh, what a fucking movie. Peter Silberman is Sam Rockwell. Lieutenant Ted Traxler is Woody Harrelson. Ginger is Karen Gillan. Matt is Roman Reigns. And if we do a sequel, which we won't, but we can refer to these characters in some kind of weird Nolan magic way, we'd have Will Poulter as the T-1000. We'd have Gina Carano as the TX and Don Cheadle as Miles Dyson.
Saucy.
But I would fucking love to see Chloe Bennett and Miles Teller working together against the Terminator. That is, I fucking said I nailed those characters and I was fucking right.
You know what? This is absolutely great, cast. Apart from your choices, you've killed this, you bastard.
Yeah, I'm slightly disappointed there's been no mention of Matt Berry again.
You know what? Who can you have? Dr. Silberman now. The T-1000, Matt Berry. Have you seen this boy?
So, I think we've done it, and I think that's a good film. It's another good one.
Oh, no, slap a wig on him, he could be the TX.
So there we go, Mark. What's next week?
I don't know. I don't care. Let me just press stop. Bye-bye, everybody.
Matrix.